Let me just talk about contentment. And I'm talking to the singles and I'm talking to the married as well. What does it mean to be contented? A state of happiness and satisfaction. Must you wear white wedding gown when you can't afford it? Must you hire it when you can make do with what you have? And who says if you don't wear wedding gown, you're not going to get married? I mean, must the wedding be on a Saturday? Must everybody attend? Must you pay for your reception? What about your sitting room? I know of so many people that at least I can count 3, 4. Immediately after their wedding, they took off, they ran away. Because those they were owing were coming after them. I remember when I couldn't afford washing machine many years. Like, does it wash clothes clean? I need to use my hands. So that the more I wash, the more it even gets my hands softer. But when I could afford it, I tell you, I could say with LG, life is good. Just plug it and go your way. Be contented with what you have. I remember when I couldn't afford buying shoes early in ministry, I resorted to wearing flowing gown. Of course, anybody who knows me, they will tell you I love it when it's flowing. But this time around, it was not just flowing gown, but China white. You know that China white? Very cheap, 300 naira. You know the reason? As long as it flowed, it covered my legs. Nobody could see what I wore on my feet. And I remember I wore one shoe for 2 years, non-stop. I remember one day I took it and I gave it to the cobbler. The man called me and said, Madam, it don't spoil. It don't spoil. Make I see whether I go fit manage them. Do them again. My dear, that state of being happy with who you are, it doesn't really matter what is going on. It doesn't define you. It is what you're seeing and where you're going that actually defines you. You know, must you spend 20,000 naira to make a pot of soup when you can't afford it? Mama and Kechi bought stockfish 20,000 naira that they removed the cod liver oil in 1984, even before you were born. And she bought more 10,000, and you're crying when you can actually afford ice fish, okra, and your vegetable ugu, crayfish, and make your fresh yummy okra soup. Don't kill yourself over nothing. Must you shop abroad? Must you go to Macy's? It is not the container but the content. It's not the dress. I remember one day, I think that was in Dallas, somebody saw the dress I was putting on. I said, oh, what's the name? And I said, Chioma. A white lady. She said, oh wow. I said, Chioma, that's the name. You can become that brand. You can become your brand. Must you spend your holiday abroad when you are struggling just because your church members or your neighbors are going on vacation? Must you? You can spend it in the village. You can even go to a hotel and stay there for 2 days. Just place an order. You mustn't do what other people do. No two marriages are the same. So don't compare another one with your marriage. You mustn't. Where you are does not describe who you are. Be contented now and push forward. If I don't have it now, I don't need it now. I will just make do with what I can afford. Enjoy and look forward and believe God for a turnaround. Be contented. A pregnant woman gave birth to a baby that weighed 4 kg, and people screamed. She said, you know what? I only ate Indomie throughout this pregnancy because there was nothing. So she would use green vegetable to make the Indomie. She gave birth to her baby that weighed 4 kg, and she still had blood like 70% in her. Don't kill yourself for nothing. Seasons are seasonal. Let's be very careful. It doesn't matter where they go, it doesn't matter what they do. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. Stand contented. And you know what? Contentment begins with your thoughts. So watch your thoughts before they become your words. Watch your words before they become your action. Watch your action before they become your habit. Watch your habit before it becomes your character. Watch your character before it affects your destiny. God bless you. Be contented.